Welcome back. Drinks in hand, ready to go?
Let's go.
I'm Jen.
I'm Lindsay.
Welcome back to Shaken Unfiltered, where
Today we're talking about midlife weddings. I do take two.
take two.
This is round 2 of love, which means new rings, old baggage, and way too many opinions. Midlife marriages come with blended families, blended finances, and if you're lucky, blended margaritas. We're talking proposals, do-overs. Why is a honeymoon nap better than a beach party? So grab a drink. We've got stories. I'm here today because I basically
You're a
had...
spectator.
I really am.
You're watching your elders
Yeah.
and all of our shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
got...
the marriages, relationships,
Right.
all the things.
I've just been in the background in my child bride phase.
Which you're still in because you're 25.
That's accurate. Correct.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of questions for you guys, though.
Okay. But why are we here? We're here today, hence the theme of our podcast, Midlife. You're millennial. We are Gen X. We have a special guest today named Monique. Monique's here.
Yay.
Monique is a dear friend of mine, and we have a lot in common. We have for many years. We have kids that are the same age. We've gone through a lot of phases over our lives together, like late elementary school, middle school, high school, and then now our kids are gone. So our youngest have just left the nest, both of us. So we're both in the same boat right now on the kid front, but also on the marriage front. On the wedding front, Monique and I have a lot in common. So we are both into our second relationships. Monique was just married in May, so she's a newlywed. And I'm here to learn a lot from Monique on second weddings. So I'm on the verge of getting married this year and just in the beginning of the planning process. And Monique has just gone through all this. So can't wait to hear your perspective, some stories, advice, and also we can enlighten Lindsay on what we're going through with our second relationships in life, midlife.
Yeah, welcome,
Good to
Monique.
see you.
Yay. Tell us a little bit about you.
I'm a 52-year-old that just recently, as you mentioned, got married in May. And I have 2 kids that are both in college.
Great. And this is your second marriage?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
And how long were you married the first time?
For 20 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. And then how long? So just short time now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was, between the 2 marriages, was about 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Do we want to talk cocktail?
Oh, yes. So we
Monique?
have our themed
Yeah.
cocktails. We always have every episode. And Monique is going to kick us off with her cocktail choice today, which is called the what?
It's called the Take 2.
The Take Two.
So the Take 2, one of my favorite liqueurs is elderflower.
Oh.
I love to mix ocean vodka with elderflower, fresh squeezed lime juice, and then top it off with some club soda.
Excellent.
Yummy.
Love it.
Yeah.
The elderflower.
Oh, that makes it.
So
It's not that we are to be deflowered because that's already done. There's one. Or maybe pre-marriage one, not for you. That is pre-marriage one.
Obviously.
Yes,
Obviously.
obviously. Because you're, yes,
Yeah,
right.
child bride, yes.
Yes,
I
delicious.
wasn't tainted.
Refreshing, good summer drink, but also good ease into the Indian summer too for fall.
It's good for any occasion.
It
In
is.
fact, if anyone wants to take a break and make one for themselves, I would highly advise.
Yes. Drink with us.
Yes.
Anytime.
Yes,
Yes.
rubber cocktail.
All right. Before we jump into all of our fun stories that you guys have to tell me and enlighten me on, let's first talk about some wedding statistics. So the average wedding cost in the U.S. is around $30,000. So when I read that, I was actually a little bit surprised. I thought it'd be way higher.
You did?
I did.
I spent like nothing on my first wedding. Like,
Really?
Oh my gosh, we eloped.
So
So my first wedding,
how old
like,
were you?
24. It seriously cost $500.
Oh my gosh.
$1,000 with the rings. I'm not gonna lie. So I was 24. So we eloped. It was very like low maintenance. Okay, but yours was the whole like production.
Mine was a production, but we also were young.
How old were you?
I was 22. My husband, or who I guess was going to be my husband, was 23. So we also were young. But
Were you still in college or you graduated?
we graduated, yeah.
Okay.
But my parents gave us the option. They're like, we'll give you X amount of money. I think it was at the time, I think it was like 10 grand or something. We'll give you $10,000. You guys can choose what you want to do with it. Like I spend it all on the wedding, or if you guys want to, just go have a really great vacation.
Yeah.
And then,
So what year was this? you got married?
2005.
Okay, so how far did $10,000 go in 2005?
Actually, really far.
Did it really? Well,
Yeah.
in Loveland too.
Yeah. We got married in Lyons, but
Oh, nice.
yeah, I was also in college phase where I was like wheeling and dealing.
Yeah,
and
and you're not into like gourmet, like
no.
5-star Michelin star
No.
cuisine.
Yeah,
Let's
like
be honest.
I actually got in an argument with my parents for our wedding because I wanted to buy the. Do you remember the $2 Chuck?
Yes.
The wine.
Yes.
Because we were offering open bar. And we had a bunch of post-college friends, and we're like, they're just gonna get fucked up. They don't care what they're drinking.
right.
And they do.
No, but my parents were
But
like,
your parents and their friends, you had relatives, you had the whole mix of people,
Right.
which
yeah,
I think
they
it's,
were like,
I didn't have a reception. I didn't do anything.
Nothing.
No, we just got married.
wild. Okay, okay. So we did actually. I think we ended up pocketing a couple grand at the end of the day. But there's also there's something we're gonna talk about is like regrets and things you would have
Yeah.
changed. And probably that you guys are changing on or have changed on your
Yeah.
second wedding. But one of the things that I regret is we went cheap on the photographer and the videographer.
Oh,
And
interesting.
that's honestly the only thing that you look back on. And I didn't, at the time, I was like, just my friend can take photos. My friend can video it. Like, I don't.
Everything that I had was cheap the first time, and also the second time, I'll tee up. I'm looking at for apparel, right, for my second wedding.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
we'll tee up in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway,
More to come, more to come.
so Monique, your first wedding. Okay, so do tell, because Monique is very bougie. Like of all of my girlfriends, she's the one that
Oh.
has the best style, the best taste, the best clothes. She always rocks it. Like she is always on point all the time. Were you like this in your 20s? Did you get married? How old were you when you got married?
Oh, I think I was about 29. Maybe.
Okay, so you were just so you were older in the sense of maturity. You had all the party years in your 20s, and
It was necessary.
Yeah.
that.
I'm
But I
still
feel
working
like-
on
But I
it.
feel like 29 is a good age to get married because you've evolved, you've developed yourself, your career's evolved. Were you
I
there?
would say no.
Oh.
None of that was
Oh, wow.
developed or evolved, or there wasn't the maturity. If you think back in your 20s,
Right.
you're not quite there yet. You don't know
No.
who you're going to be.
You
Yeah.
think you are, though,
Yeah,
at the time.
I thought I was
Yeah.
since I was like 15.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking like being 24 when I got married because
Yeah.
29 seemed like such an adult. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was such a child. I was
Do you-
so young.
Do you remember what you spent on your first wedding?
I don't, but if I had to guess, I'd
Yeah.
say
Guess
probably 25 to 30. So
Okay.
your
Okay.
estimate that you just gave,
Pretty
I
accurate.
thought that was pretty low. No, I thought that was pretty low
Oh,
because
low?
that was the number back
2005.
then.
Yeah. So what year did you get married?
2002. What did I get married in? 2002.
2002. How big was your wedding? Guess
A
what?
little over 100 people.
Oh, so then you had a very nice wedding.
I had a very nice wedding.
I would expect
Um,
nothing less.
Yeah,
Our bougie friend.
I was about to say to you that no, I wasn't bougie back then, but now that you're asking me these questions, I'm like, yeah, I probably was bougie all along.
You're absolutely.
Um,
your bouge has evolved.
My bouge is
Grown.
evolved, absolutely. I remember my ex always throwing out you're caught up in like the hoopla, and I didn't even know what hoopla meant. So it was
Yeah.
very offensive to me. I'm like, no, that's not what it is. Like truly, I just really love to have a good time. I like to entertain. I like to show my friends, like really
Yeah.
make sure they're having a great time too.
Yeah.
So that's always been important to me.
Are you the host always?
I like
Yes,
to be a
yeah.
host.
She's
Yes.
an amazing hostess. Yeah. Did you have a big bridal party? Like how many?
Oh my gosh.
Were it all your sorority girls?
Why I don't remember. I think we had 8 each standing out. I had
Yowza.
8 girls,
Wow.
and then
Okay,
That's
so
a
you
lot.
had the entourage.
I had the entourage.
Did you always dream of having the big wedding? Were you that kind of girl?
Oh
growing up?
my gosh, yes. In
You
fact,
were? Okay.
I said, because here's the thing, when he threw out the hoopla comment to me, I'm like, this is something that I've dreamt about since I was a little girl. Thinking about it, dreaming about it, seeing it on TV.
Where did that come from? Did your mom like inspire that? You like when you grow up, you get
No.
married, or you just found it? And it
I
came to it?
I don't know what it is, but if you think just about like society and shows that you watch, everything is about that happily ever
Yeah.
after, where you're ending in this perfect match and this
Yeah.
big wedding. And it was amazing. We really put together the most
Awesome wedding.
perfect wedding at the time.
Do you remember back in those days there was that TLC wedding
Wedding story? No,
The wedding
it was,
story.
like,
The baby story.
I was obsessed with that when I was trying to get pregnant. I watched that show. Oh, I was like,
in my sorority, we would always have, before we went out, we'd always watch TLC, The Wedding Story.
You did?
Yeah, and all we're gonna go find our husbands tonight.
meanwhile, Liz, fuck you bitches, already got mine.
Yeah.
Enough sad.
Jonathan got the car running, the rings picked
The
out.
dowry box, the big exchange. I remember we were 16.
His cow was really.
Yeah.
And your horse, because you're a horse girl, which I just learned.
But
Yeah.
you can't tell people that.
Yes, your horse.
Okay,
That's
wait.
true.
So $30,000 seems low.
For now, since I just recently
Yeah,
got married, that was
okay.
low. And in fact, it was really hard to find a place that would, like a venue that would host our wedding because it's a huge business now.
Yeah.
When I think that 30K is probably taking into account all different kinds of venues, the kind that you're just on the mountaintop, all these things.
Yeah.
But if you want that, I wanted a venue that was nearly all inclusive.
Yeah.
And so if you want something like that, it was really hard to get anyone to even entertain my estimate of 30 guests.
Yeah.
Because the requirement was 100.
It's a minimum because it's now
It's a
business.
minimum, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of which, I'm going to go down a quick rabbit hole. I have more stats, but on that topic, how do you guys feel about destination weddings where all of a sudden, like, you get off cheap as the bride and groom?
You think so, but then again, my destination idea was Naples. It
Oh.
it wasn't Mexico, so it was like Naples, Florida, and we flew there and checked out different places.
I was
and we
thinking
were
Italy.
all in. I know. Honestly, Italy is the thing to do. If you go somewhere like Italy or Greece or Spain or any place, particularly like Europe, it's a lot less expensive.
Is it
I didn't
really?
think- Oh, way less expensive.
For the bride and groom, but all the guests have to fly
You
to
think-
fucking Europe.
No,
But you have to
then-
pay for the ticket, but like everything, like
Is it
I've heard
really?
of bride and grooms paying for the entire weekend for all their guests,
Yeah.
and way less expensive than I
Okay.
pay.
Really?
Taking notes.
Tips and
Yes.
tricks.
Taking
Yeah.
notes. Yes.
Okay, so some more stats. Second weddings are usually 40% cheaper.
Way more expensive.
Because you're involved
And I
and you
only
have
had,
taste.
I
There's
only
no,
had
there's
like
somewhere to
three,
reach.
I only had 30, maybe 35 or 38 people, I think. But again, I was just trying to,
You wanted the whole experience.
I wanted the whole experience. I'm hosting a bunch of people now too that are like in their 50s, and I wanted it to be, we've all done a lot of different things, and people
Right.
were flying in for this wedding. I wanted a really great
Yeah.
meal, a really
Where
good
was that?
destination. It was at the Broadmoor.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
place.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Like,
Okay.
all the details. It was
It
amazing.
really was.
Yeah,
I'll add one
yeah.
thing, because in terms of the requirement and the number of people, and most venues like that, the requirement is 100 plus. So they let me get married on this terrace, which was perfect because it would be very romantic, like an Italian style, Tuscany style wedding. It ends up raining.
Oh,
And
no.
Torrential rain.
Torrential rain. So they ended up having to move us all inside. So we were still inside. But anyway, that's the only reason why I could do it there, because they're like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll let you do it with your 30 people, but you're outside.
But you were at the place that dealt with service and they hustled. They got everything in. There was not anything that was missed. They came in, they swarmed, they did
Yeah.
the bar. Yeah.
That's the
would
benefit
rain,
of those
But
places.
everyone came in and took care of it. So no one skipped a beat.
I recently asked somebody, I said, would you even know that chaos was going on when they were trying to move my entire wedding? Because it was not only the ceremony, but the dinner, reception, everything outside. I said, would you know that was going on during the cocktail hour? And they're like, no.
How'd you
like-
handle it?
During that time, I was getting my photos,
Mhm.
which had to be all inside because we couldn't be outside.
Did you do the photos with your David?
To your point, I was like, the photographer only needs to be here for an hour because I don't need to spend the extra money. I only need him and I, which was true.
Yeah.
But I do wish we would have had a little bit more with like my Colorado friends, my sorority
Wow.
sister friends, and a little more time with the photographer. But anyway, we had the hour with her, and I was a little bit disheveled because the wind was coming in,
Oh.
and so my look, I felt like was a little bit more
Oh.
disheveled
Yeah.
and stuff. But I handled
You
Fine,
handled it
and-
so well because we were looking at the sky, sitting outside, waiting for you to walk up, and the sky is getting darker, and we're holding our breath, going, "Oh my gosh, is it going to start to rain during the ceremony?" Like,
Now the
Yeah.
ceremony, I will say, I was able to get the ceremony done outside.
Yes.
Okay.
we were all holding our breath. for
But
that.
then the alarm sounded, and was, what the hell's that? It was like
Tornado?
people telling you to get off the golf course.
Oh,
so
yeah.
then
Oh,
we-
yeah,
yeah.
And that was like during the whole spiel. And honestly, like I had decided sort of last minute that Gunnar and
Start over.
I had decided last minute that David and I should write our own vows. And I don't even remember hearing him say it because I was like looking at the
Just
sky.
like, frozen.
I was
Anxiety
frozen.
ridden,
I was,
yeah.
yeah.
This is that actually, so that goes into our next stat that at least half of all US couples admit they blew money on something they regretted.
Oh,
So I think
Oh,
for
good
our point, so it sounds like we both regret that we didn't blow more money on the photos and video.
Yeah.
But what did you blow money on that you regretted?
nothing.
Because I'm worth it.
I loved the wedding. I had
It was
a
so much fun.
great husband who's just was like, I want your dream to come true and just let me go with
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was perfect. I wouldn't say it. I wish that I would have, it's the opposite end. I probably wish that I would have had a little bit of videographer.
Yeah.
So you can go back
Yeah,
and
yeah, okay.
actually see, I would like to see our vows.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But otherwise, I thought it was
Yeah.
perfect and organized.
You didn't blow any money.
No.
You regret it.
But I kind of regret, okay, so on the reverse of that, I regret the fact that we didn't have a reception. We didn't have anything. And at the time, I think I was really conflicted because my parents were like in the midst of a divorce and it
Yeah.
was not great, messy. And I'm like, how do I bring this into my world and my wedding without it becoming more than what this is supposed to be about? So we wrestled with it. And I thought, at the end of the day, if I'm going to piss off one person for not coming, let's just piss off everyone.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at the same time, too, we were building a house. We thought every
Oh,
thing that we
every
saved,
yep.
we could put into the house, which I so appreciate all of that. However, I do look back, I don't have like memories. I have a photo album that like our pseudo wedding coordinator took. It was windy, my hair's all jacked up. The guy who married us was like Gandalf. So his beard is like sideways in the wind. Like he had this beard down his stomach. Anyway, so I think I have some regrets in terms of not having a moment to celebrate with people that we love.
Mhm.
But at the same time, on the money front, I so love the house we built.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it so much that I was like, nope, it was worth it.
Yeah. I think looking back, because there's always drama at weddings, right? There's
Was there
always.
at both of yours? Drama at your wedding?
My wedding, of course, there's always
Is there?
drama. Yeah, there's always drama. And there's always people that are mad at you. So we had the venue that we had a separate room for kids. So we just asked,
Nice.
if you're bringing kids, please, if they're
Put them away.
yeah, I think we said like 10 and under or something. Go. They had movies, they had popcorn,
Which
they
is
had
amazing.
yes, we're like, you can bring them, but they're going in there. I don't want them in the reception. And people were pissed off about it. They thought that was so offensive.
No, that's so smart.
I know.
Otherwise, you
yeah.
just say don't bring him.
I know. There's things like that. And then there was, we got married really young. We spent quite a bit of what was to be our nest egg that my parents were going to give us on this wedding. And with all of our dumb college friends didn't give us a gift.
Because of course you know the protocol then. You're so
Right.
young.
Yeah, they don't know.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
You
just
still
show
gotta
up.
pay your way a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't know though.
Well, in young 20s out of college, they don't know anything.
No.
You're probably their first wedding they went to.
100%.
Honestly.
100%. And then there was still like there was family drama and stuff. It's looking back and I'm the same way. I barely remember moments of it because I just remember being like
Like a blur.
always
Yeah.
trying. There was a lot of I was trying to take
Watch the
in
crowd, like the whole
right.
yeah,
It was
all
a
the
lot of
different parts
pressure.
your life.
Yeah. And so it was just a lot. So I think I actually think that I would at this point go and do what you did.
Yeah.
And I would love to just do that one-on-one.
And that's, I think, a perspective that you get through age.
Yeah.
Is just like seeing what's really important.
Yeah.
Monique wanted to have like her people there who are most important to her and have it like be reflective of her
Yeah.
and David. Which
I
is
will say there are people that are in my life that I didn't invite to my wedding, not because they're not important or special to me, but truly for that. I wanted this time for those people to be present. I'm in constant communication with. I'm not just seeing you
Yeah.
at an event,
Yep.
but you are texting me. You're reaching out because you know what's going on in my life. It's why I was
Right.
very selective this time.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was different. It was interesting because when I first signed up with the Broadmoor, they usually mandate that you have a what's it called? The people that plan your
Oh, like a
Christmas-
coordinator?
yeah, coordinator,
Uh-huh.
like a bridal coordinator. And this is the difference in getting married a little bit older as well. They're just probably she doesn't need one. She knows she's a business knows
yeah.
what she's doing. So they
That's you, Monique, because you know what you want.
I
So
know,
when
I
no one
never
helps
say
you,
it.
no one helps you.
No.
You help them.
No,
Yeah.
she was like, okay, we can basically let you plan this on your own and not and what I'm looking to avoid that requirement.
Yeah.
And so I did. I planned the wedding, and I had it exactly the way I wanted. I
Love
wanted it with the closest people and
it was
exactly
awesome.
the way that
Great.
I wanted, and
Yeah.
it was perfect.
Okay, so this is some weddings around the world that are different from ours. India, they do multi-day events, often 3 to 5 days, sometimes more, with huge guest lists, hundreds, even thousands of
Yes.
people.
That's wild.
Can you imagine?
Like
Like,
different people, different days, or is the same people, and like by day 4, you're like, oh my god, I'm so over you.
that's
Like,
what I was thinking. I don't know, but I can't
I'm
imagine.
sure it's the same because when we went to Naples, when I said I was considering this destination in Naples, they were telling me that the next day they were hosting 1,000-person wedding. They were from India. They were all flying there.
Could you imagine the expense on that?
No.
Can you imagine being with those people for 5+
No.
days though?
No. What's worse, spending the money or spending 5 days?
Right, like I do it one day with that drama was
Like you're
enough.
done.
Yes,
Which is why I avoid all of it altogether.
Yeah. Okay. So Italy, food is the centerpiece in Italy. So they do multi-course meals that can last hours, even all night.
Which sounds amazing, but then can you socialize around it? Like, it's all.
I think that's part of it. I think
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
whole like you're
yeah.
socializing, but like I also
You're
heard
a
it.
foodie? Yeah.
If
Like,
you're a foodie,
Yeah.
but you're kind of a foodie, Monique.
So
So
I am
what
a
do you think?
foodie. I
Yeah.
really like that. I was sitting here being like, oh, that sounds really good. But as the bride, not good. If I
Oh,
was
yes.
in attendance, yeah,
Hell
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Camp out
But
and,
as the
like,
bride, that's too
course
much
liver
pressure having
pie.
that many days, that many
Oh,
people.
yeah. That's
Oh,
too much.
too
You're
much.
exhausted, and it takes away
Yeah.
from like you two.
yeah, if it's all about the food and people are just waiting what's next,
Yeah.
and you're all just
Yeah.
sitting,
It's
how
a
do
good band and
you?
not like the
Yeah.
people.
I don't
right?
know. Maybe
Yeah.
they go and party in between. Who knows? But
Yeah.
Okay, Scotland. It's called blackening the bride and groom. So friends come and cover them in soot, feathers, or flour before the
They're
wedding.
tarred and feathered.
Yes.
Hell no. No.
What?
Yeah, but as a good luck ritual. Like I feel like this is a frat party at this point. Like, what is? Yes.
It's like
What is that? And then like amount of time and effort you put into your look, then you two
Oh.
get like covered in flour and
No.
feather.
No,
No.
we're not doing that.
No. And then China, the bride, I actually love this one. The bride has multiple dress changes.
Love it.
Ooh, I
That's
do
so-
like-
yeah.
I do like
Yeah.
that.
Speaking of dress change, so experiment that I kicked off, which you can see on YouTube. Right?
We'll
On
put it-
socials. Yeah.
We'll put
yeah.
it on YouTube, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be definitely on Insta.
Okay, so seeing as how this was my second wedding and I'm on the cheap, I'm like, I don't want to have a big wedding.
No.
We're trying to deal with 5 kids, but schedule the whole thing. I just thought it was an experiment. Like, I wonder what I could find. Not that I was serious, but just as more of like experiment. What can I find on Shein? They have everything there. You can buy everything,
Everything.
like any clothes, anything for your house, whatever. And I was like, do they have wedding dresses? I was just curious. So when I was Googling, I'm like, oh, yes, they do. So
How long did it take to
indeed.
get? Doesn't it take forever?
No,
Shein's quick.
like
Other
within a
China
week.
sites are long.
Yeah, no, it was within a week.
I think
bought,
they have a
like,
distributor here. That's why.
12 dresses, and they range from $11.67
Yep.
to the most expensive one, which I think was what, $67.
Uh-huh.
And
Do you remember which one was our favorite? How much it cost?
I think it was a cheap one.
Yeah, I do
Like,
too.
it was, yeah.
The $11 one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild. You'll have to watch.
So
wait
like
to see.
seeing these dresses, and if I didn't tell you where I bought them, you'd be like, "Oh, those are ugly, Jen." But I would expect them to be like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
How much? $11, whatever it was.
Yeah,
So there was
easy
definitely
peasy.
no designer, obviously.
Would
No.
you
They were
actually
affordable.
wear one if we didn't know?
Yeah.
Would you actually wear one for your wedding?
That's a great question because if I found one that looked, yeah. If you didn't know that I bought it from there, would you even know?
No, but that's what I mean. Was
Yeah.
there one in the selection that you're like, shoot, I could pull this
I
off?
sent them all back. However, if I got maybe appropriate sizes or if you
Yeah.
know styles, there might have been a couple that I would have actually
Considered,
obtained.
for
Yeah,
sure.
And I would have shown
Yeah.
my friends and been like, so what do you think without telling them where I bought it from? Because
Yeah.
you honestly, if you don't,
Right,
you don't.
don't.
Right? And for
Yeah.
me, I'm like, it's my second wedding. Like,
Right.
I don't want, for me, I want to go on a trip or something. I'm trying to think of even like solo period. So it was more about just an interest that I
Yeah.
pursued to see
Yeah.
what could I possibly get on this website. So it was actually surprising.
Yeah. So
Were you
genuinely-
surprised? With what?
I was shocked. The one we actually
Yeah.
liked, I was shocked.
There were
Yeah,
some
we
that
were
were hideous.
Yeah, both of us are like, oh wait.
Also, some were very ill-fitting because I wore things that I thought I am, but
Yeah.
I'm really not.
when we post
Clearly
it,
not.
we're gonna post it before this episode, and so anyone who's listening, please go and look at our socials, and then you can vote because we did our own voting on it.
Yeah.
And you can say, you
Yeah,
can comment and say
pick
which
what's
one.
your favorite,
Yeah.
and then pick also like the ones you thought.
Yeah. But my wedding dress I bought from a store, a wedding dress
Justin
shop.
McClintock.
No.
Like the poofy sleeve.
That's where, yeah, I got it.
That was where Monique and I shopped.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. No, I got it. It was a wedding dress store that stopped paying their taxes like 5 years ago.
So it was a fire sale.
It was.
Yeah.
The government came in and was like, hey, we need to get rid of all this inventory. So I went and I found a dress. This was the first shop I went to. My mom wasn't even there.
It fell off the truck.
Yeah.
It goes off the truck.
Yeah, and 100%. It was a size 12. And
Gosh.
I know.
So the sleeve fit you, but
Yeah.
it's just so tiny.
Yeah, if you haven't watched our YouTube or anything, I'm not a size 12 at all.
Fit in the sleeve.
Yeah, so it was giant, but I was like, I wanted like the big princess. I was like, I wanted it. It was like it was a bodice. I was like,
Do you remember how much it was?
it was like $110. Yeah, it was
So
so
you
cheap.
and you made 2 dresses out of it.
Yeah, I probably could have. I still have it. We should have been wearing our dress.
I
for
know.
this.
Oh my gosh.
What?
They could've- it would have made sense when I
Dang
said like
it.
the second you said it.
We'll get a photo with all of us together in our wedding dresses that we'll post.
And the winner of like maybe I returned them all, but if I order again,
Could you still have your last one?
no, I sent them all back.
Your last wedding dress, your first wedding dress.
Oh, but it wasn't like a wedding dress. It was just like a nice.
Do you
ruffle
still
dress
have
I
it?
bought. Yeah. I
Done. We'll get a video.
It will
Post
not
it.
fit. It'll be stretched over my
Even better. Even
stomach,
better.
and that's. Yeah,
You can wear my size 12.
Okay. This will fit perfectly. I might actually borrow it for this wedding. If I make
Perfect.
Perfect sleeves, princess. Why not? Let's do it.
All right, you
I
guys.
really do want your dress, FYI.
Done. Easy peasy. I got it.
Although it's white, this will be a white wedding, but
We can spray paint it.
I actually preserved my first wedding dress. Why you do that, I have no idea.
yeah,
What
why
do
would
with
you do that? I did the same thing too. Mine's all like in like parchment paper. Or
Yeah, it was like
something.
in this box. So anyway, when I was moving out of the house, I was like, yeah, I don't need to do this. So I just opened it. And then my daughter and I that just started college put them on. Like
You
later.
Did it fit her?
No,
you.
it was close,
Okay.
but
Would she wear it?
I always thought I would save it to make like a bed skirt on the crib or something like that.
Oh,
You always
wow.
figured it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not that crafty or like
Yeah, I
I'm
was like,
never
what
doing
was
that.
something-
That's cute.
That's why I saved it initially, but we're built a little bit different. She's about the same size, but a little bit different. But anyway, it didn't fit exactly.
That's how you're built ever.
And, so yeah, I was. Don't preserve your wedding dress. You're not. Gonna,
No.
I know
And
it's a fascinating
it
thing.
was
like,
like,
what do we do that for? Why do we
It's
do that?
all sentimental.
but honestly,
Who's
I
gonna?
don't think it does anything.
No.
It made it like stiff and weird, and
Yeah,
so
and so
you-
yellowed.
and so I called to find out how much it was to dry clean it, and it's $200 to dry clean it. So basically,
What?
don't preserve it and
No.
just dry clean it.
Hand
later.
wash in the GE machine.
Yeah.
See if it's
Put it on
see if it's around.
refresh. Yeah.
It is refresh. For us, that's why I was to get Mary Jane's refresh.
We'll just pop my dress and refresh for you.
Perfect.
All right, so let's get into the good stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so John, do you want to go first? You want Monique to go
So
first?
take us out. What's our topic?
All right, so I want to hear. So we already heard like about the wedding. We heard about the great stuff.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
The party. The,
Yes, and the
Yeah.
guests loved it. You loved it. It all worked out. What was the bad stuff? Tell us the good, bad, ugly.
Or something that maybe you learned as the second time bride versus the 1st, right?
Mhm.
Because there's the lessons, right?
Yeah, or any funny
Yeah, yeah,
stories that
uh-huh.
you're like,
Oh,
this-
yeah.
You
This-
guys just threw a lot at
Oh,
me.
there's
I'm
so
not
many
sure
things.
what
Okay.
to address there.
Yeah.
So from the wedding standpoint, I drank a lot, and so I knew that. So that's why I needed that videographer so they could fill in the blanks. I was like, what did this actually look like? I didn't take the
Wait, I
time.
don't remember this.
I know. I didn't take
Browned
the time
out.
to stand back and take it all in. So it would have been nice to have that. So
people always tell you to do that, but you can't. Like,
always. When I
no.
mentioned to friends, they're like, I told you to do that.
yes.
No,
I didn't
you're-
listen.
you're-
And it's your second wedding. You knew
You're
from
rolling.
the first,
I
but
knew.
you can't because you're in the
There's
moment.
so much
Yeah,
going on.
yeah.
And so if you know somebody getting married, definitely give them that advice. You're not going to remember. Trust me.
Yeah.
Just have somebody be videoing the
Yeah.
whole thing
Okay.
because you're not
Great
gonna remember.
advice.
Check on my list.
But pay somebody because I just had a friend videoing and it.
Oh,
your,
no.
your drunk college friend.
Yeah, and it went on at one point. It was. It was.
I gave them too much chalk for a video.
Yeah, at one point it went on night mode. And
Oh.
you didn't realize it, so everyone just screamed. Yeah, so that's what. That's
That's
our.
a gamer with his like goggles.
Oh wait, yeah, I wasn't even gaming then. Like it was, we still had Nintendo back then. There was no gaming, so it was just my drunk friend
Oh,
with
well,
us
Yeah.
all.
No, trust us. You're going to want some third party doing it.
Yes.
because-
Spend your
Anyway,
money
by
there.
the time it like turned, like I mentioned, it ended up raining, even though the whole thing was supposed to be set outside, moving it in. We had these featured cocktails, so My husband loves the old fashioned.
Ooh,
A lot of my friends
that's
would
my
love the
jam.
espresso martini.
Mhm.
And so that was like preset, people walking around, handing those out. And then, of course, the champagne and the wine. Anyway, it was a little bit of a mess at the end of the
So
night.
is everyone else.
So,
Yeah.
anyway, I thought that I was going to stay sober through all of it, but I didn't.
You do your best.
So, that's the one. Maybe I wish that would have been a little bit different.
But you had fun.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Did David have one too?
David had a great time,
Good.
too.
Yeah.
It was good. If you can believe it, it was the first time that our kids had all met. We have adult kids. I have 2 in college, and then he has a son that's 30, married, and 2 grandkids. It was the first time they had all met. So it was
Wow.
really special to us. And then,
Dude,
you
he
know,
looks amazing.
Yeah.
He's a grandpa?
yes.
Oh my god. We need to. No, we won't post a video of David,
I know.
but he looks good, guys.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, that was really special for us. So our families met. He had never met my sister and my niece. We did fly home for him to meet my brother because he married us and my mom. So he did meet that. Anyway, I think another question you had was just second marriages. For the one thing I can say with second marriage, first off, you know what you're buying. Like, you don't know what
Yes.
you're buying with the first marriage,
You
but
don't even know what to ask for.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
go kick the tires, check on the hood. You don't know. You're just like,
No, you're just like, I like the red car.
yes.
I want the red car.
Exactly.
I don't care what the.
I like red.
Yeah.
And I like
Or
red.
even more so, I want to have kids. You want to marry? No, it's more particular than that, but you know exactly what you're buying. I was thinking to myself about what I've learned from the first marriage to the second. There are definitely things that I obviously learned, and I'm different. I think that's the biggest factor is
Same.
I'm different.
Same, 100% for me.
And so I don't know about, I know my husband's different too. If you were to ask him, he's different. But the fact that I'm different and I have the ability to be more calm and less reactive,
And self-assured
huge.
and confident.
confident,
Yeah.
absolutely. You know I can say you're confident, you know what you want, you know what you'll accept. At the same time, my tolerance level is way greater.
Yeah.
Because I look at our differences and they don't annoy me like they would have before.
Right.
Now I'm like,
Perspective has changed.
Yeah,
it's like we're
perspective.
totally different.
and I know that's who he is. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to change him. I feel
Mhm.
like first marriage constantly, the expectations were crazy.
we're young then. I mean, Lindsay and
wanted-
I were very young. I
yeah.
was 24.
You
Lindsay
wanted
was
red to
22.
stay red. But
And
red
you
changed.
are enamored with someone and you don't know to think the things that are going to come because you're so young. You
Yeah.
don't have the life experience to even recognize it or understand what to ask. And not that you'd have a list of criteria. Like you're in a moment and you're happy, you're in love,
Yeah.
and that carries you, which was awesome. But I think where Monique and I are at, we're older and we've gone through divorces. And at least for me in my relationship, it's being with someone that you can navigate different dynamics with in terms of more of a balanced perspective. Like someone that might be a little more compatible in terms of where you're at now, right?
Mhm.
And I think that was a little bit of a divergent for me with my first relationship, and I still have a great relationship with him. It's just I grew differently, and second time around, it's around someone you can grow at the same pace with moving forward.
I love that. Okay, question for you guys. How do you do honeymoons now? Take 2.
You had a great one.
Same deal. You somewhere you want to go, and it's a vacation. So,
Yeah.
Where was your
yeah.
first honeymoon?
First honeymoon was to Jamaica, and the second time we went to Kauai.
What about you guys? What do you have planned?
Mine was also the wedding weekend. So eloped, and then the hotel that weekend was the honeymoon, and then we were back to work on Monday. No joke. A couple of years later, we went on a nice trip to New Zealand, but no, we were so cheap and so young. It was the weekend. And
Yeah.
I was back at work at my desk on Monday going, wow, that was a really busy weekend.
Changing your email
Yeah.
to the new last name.
Yeah, exactly.
What about this time? Do you guys have? Do you have?
Yeah,
a plan?
I think that's what I'm wrestling with is do I do a wedding where you spend the money on the people
Right.
or whatever, just where we're at financially. I'm almost like, I'd rather take that and spend it on the house
Yeah.
for a great trip, a great experience.
I'll go
right?
watch your Justice of Peace.
And you'll be my wedding.
Yeah.
You and Monique.
Yeah,
On the curb.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think that, yeah, we're trying to still wrestle with that. We put it off, I think, until next summer because this summer we had graduations and all kinds of things with family going on. But we're still trying to get our arms around that.
Okay, let's talk registry. Like, you already have everything. What
Yeah,
do you do?
I already have everything. Like,
And
I
then
did
how do you-
pressure, obviously.
No.
I didn't want anything like it this time. Yeah.
And then how do you
Did
mix
pressure.
it, though? Because he's got a blender, you have a blender.
Exactly.
Right.
What do you do?
It was really great. It was most of my friends, like I said, there was only like 35. Some of it was family. People either gave money, but what was really special is my local friends around here chipped in and got us a like Visa gift cards to use on the honeymoon.
Wow.
So it was great. It was special. Obviously, we don't need things. So anyone that did get us anything, it was like very unique.
Yeah.
'Cause they know me. Cocktail glasses. So really
Now,
cool.
What is the protocol in that for a second wedding? Do you give a gift? I think I've messed up in the past and not given a gift for a second wedding, and I feel like a lot of regret.
You
on
give a
that
gift
right
for every wedding.
now.
So
Even for the second one?
I have a comment on that you
You
say.
fucked up.
I fucked up.
I have a
Oh.
comment on that because I was going to
Comment.
say this second wedding, you're so excited and you're so excited, but the rest of the world, they're like, you've already been there, done that.
Right,
It's
yeah,
fair.
right,
yeah.
right.
And you validated that, right? Like
Yeah.
people, but to me, I'm like, this is the second wedding, but it's the first time I'm marrying this guy.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is still
Yeah.
as
It's a celebration,
special,
right?
It's
Like,
still a
Even
celebration.
if it's like my 52nd birthday, you can still give me a gift.
Yes.
Right?
Or,
Like,
or my
speaking of-
25th.
Or your
it doesn't matter
26th,
because it's
Lindsay?
still a
Yeah.
birthday.
I
Right,
can hate
okay,
gifts.
good. Okay, so I have
Don't
to
give
go
me
back.
gifts.
I have to go back and send an anniversary gift because I'm having a lot of regret right now.
but wait, you said anniversary. Wedding, you mean?
Well, no, because I missed her wedding because I didn't lose track of them. I gave them a gift. And I'm
Where
regret.
were you in attendance?
Yes.
Okay.
You showed
Um,
up, ate their dinner, drank their drinks, and
Yeah.
didn't give them a gift.
It was
Yes.
a destination wedding. Is that
Oh,
what
see?
Yeah.
I have a
Well,
problem.
That's
Is that-
because I do have a couple of people that
That's debatable.
that did
I
not
feel
because
like
they
so much
did
regret.
spend money on the
it
travel.
is?
And me as the bride, I wasn't offended.
I agree with that.
But I think in general, if somebody's asking me, I think I would recommend
What if
that
it's
you do
Fully a
something.
destination? Like,
I don't-
there's a couple I have in mind that I'm having a lot of regret on right now.
I feel like if it's destination, you're asking people to pay for airfare, hotel,
Right.
It's
unless
not your hometown or your home
Right.
state. It's somewhere different. Is that what's the protocol?
okay, hometown is different. If you have to travel, if you have to
Well,
travel
like Monique's
an
family that came to the
an
state,
hour?
the fly in, out of state fly in. That's still like a destination for me feels like a vacation place.
yeah, vacation. You're paid
Our
for.
gifts still.
I think so. This is my own opinion.
Okay.
This
I'm
is my
doing
own
the back. I'm
opinion.
gonna fix this.
I think, and if it's domestic, you're given a gift. That's my opinion.
International.
International, that's that your gift is your presence.
Okay.
Your present is your presence.
I might,
Are you on board with that?
yeah, I might be on board with that. Like I can see that because, I mean, if you're talking international, Mexico, wherever,
You're
and
doubling the
spending all
price.
that money.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
All right. You owe a
That's
present
what
to
I do.
someone.
All right. I'm jumping on Amazon after this.
Okay, but wait, go back. Go back. How do we combine households that
How
have
you pick
two?
like your stuff versus David's stuff? I think I'm better.
Your shit's better.
Your spouse.
You're
Um,
the bougie one.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
we've got a unique situation because we're empty nesters now. So that's the other thing that also is a little bit different with second marriages is often you end up being empty nesters. So it's different from the dynamics in a relationship. So I can understand how that might last
Yeah.
versus your first. Sometimes you got all the other things going on
Building
with
a
the kids and
home
all that stuff.
versus
right?
we're
The
now we're
stress
trying to
and-
like declutter.
Exactly, but we're gonna live somewhere else during the summer the winter, and then move during the summer months. So I essentially put my stuff in the summer,
Oh,
Condiment.
that works.
and
great.
then
I like that.
his stuff is going to our.
What'd you guys
Oh.
do?
We just blended. We're all seasons.
Did you trash his stuff? What'd you do?
Some of it's like in a storage unit, and some of we
For
just
what?
kept for college kids. Pawning off on those guys.
that's
yeah.
such a
Because
good
there's five
idea.
kids.
Do you
two of
yeah,
us.
yeah.
So we
it?
kept all that shit
That's
to
a
pawn off,
great
like for
idea.
appliances, extra dishes, all the things, which actually has come in handy. So we kept it just to give away.
That is a great idea. Okay, what about lending the kids? Is that tough? Like with a first meet and greets?
Mine were probably
Papers.
closer in age. Like, so between the two of us, our kids are between 22 and 18. And there are 4 boys and 1 girl. And girl being oldest, so she was already kind of moved on in college or whatever. So our boys overlapped a bit more. But what was super lovely is to see one of his sons and my younger son really form a nice bond. Because they
Yeah.
spent the most time together because they were both, I think, the closest in age and proximity. And they really get along so much. And it was so awesome when I heard my son refer to his as like my stepbrother.
Oh,
And it was just like
That
warmed my
is
heart
so
so
cool.
much. Like they texted each other and he asked like advice and stuff, which made me so happy. So I think we're
Love
very
that.
fortunate in that sense that we have 2 out of the 5 that just end up like clicking, which is great.
Oh, that's great.
That is really
And then
cool.
yours are older.
So yeah, mine are all technically adults. My two are in college. And as I mentioned, his is 30. They really
He's
don't
a
know
grandpa.
each other. Yeah, that's right. You're
Grandpa,
keep mentioning that,
Hot
okay?
grandpa.
Papa,
Papa.
Papa.
Hot Papa David.
This is so funny. But anyway, we're gonna have our first holiday together this Christmas.
With all of them?
Everybody.
And the
Everybody.
grandbabies?
Everybody. So I'm so excited
And
about
in
that.
her new home.
In the new home.
So exciting. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
This is going to be like awesome.
So
Yeah.
we'll have to do a follow-up.
Oh,
A holiday
New Year.
episode.
Oh, yes.
That would be fun.
Yeah, a little up.
All right.
We
So
have-
last question, midlife marriage myths. So what are the cliches about age, romance, and starting fresh?
Oh, good.
Mm. I don't know that I actually knew the cliches, to be honest with you, but just as I can tell you, I would never encourage somebody, obviously, to get divorced because there's
No one gets
nothing.
married to get divorced.
No,
Let's be
exactly. And challenges with, especially
Right.
like difficult circumstances that may come up with your kids and not having their other parent there as part of the conversation. That's hard.
honest. Yeah.
So I would not encourage that whatsoever. But like I said, this second chance, second marriage, and having the ability to essentially choose who I want. Being the person that I am today, like maturing, people don't change. So
Being really
you
grounded
know,
in
you
who
know
you are
who
now.
you're selecting and what they are today, they're going to be because they're
Yeah.
not going to change. And that been amazing.
Show your kids what a really healthy
Yes.
relationship
Yeah,
looks
absolutely.
like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So how about Jen, for you? Any myths that you guys are going in?
Myths. I think there's myths around just midlife anyway. That
Yeah.
just not being old and like things aren't sexy and like whatever. You have
Oh.
Viagra, the whole shit.
I
It's
know
just,
that's
like,
not true for you.
you know, I think in midlife you feel so comfortable in your skin. Like
Lucky-
the belt of like
Lucky Charms, he was lucky.
here's the deal. Me and my like very positive weight, like my muffin top. I just don't care. And I
No.
feel really comfortable in my skin and he does with his. And it feels so nice to just be like who you are.
Yeah.
Not that I was in my 20s, but I think I had more insecurities and I just wasn't quite as like relaxed. I think
Yeah.
in my 50s, I'm like,
So
great.
chill, so relaxed. that you
Right,
just,
so chill. It's just like,
Yeah.
the flow is great.
it's
Red-
so great.
Yeah.
Red is red.
Oh,
you
that's
get
where everyone said that your sex drive would decrease. That did not happen.
Mm-mm.
And I think it was probably obviously Rev because I got somebody new and it's all like this fun and newness.
Fresh. Yeah.
So there's that, but
it's also
I
the
feel-
emotional connection. It's the emotional connection that you like are aligned, connected, which is so hot.
Yeah.
it's so hot. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm in a relationship like I was in my 30s. To be
Yeah.
honest. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
like, oh, this is different. Because
No.
I think I was telling you guys I was like on ChatGPT, sort of asking different questions about midlife and how marriages are and things like that, just to prep myself for this, to be honest. And every response was so like dated, like I was just having this relationship where
Like it was like looking at like
You're
the
old and
80s,
gross.
like, in
Old
their
and-
50s then, right?
Yeah.
People in their 50s when we were in the 80s seemed so old because they were,
yes, they were.
right?
Yeah, and I absolutely don't feel that at
Yeah,
all.
no, I
like,
don't
No,
either.
she's
I-
hot.
Yep.
You guys
She's-
watch the
she's
YouTube.
smoking.
Watch the
Monique-
YouTube of this. You'll see.
Monique and yeah.
All right, let's take a minute to do bubble up, bubble down. Who wants to start?
You start.
I'll start. Okay, so I already have mine. This is exciting for us.
Oh, okay.
So, Jen, we have Shaken and Unfiltered has officially gone global.
What?
We have
What does
one,
that mean? We have someone
one, we have one listener in Singapore.
You someone in India follow us. Customer service, please follow us.
We have one listener in Singapore. So we are officially a
You're
Global.
global.
Oh my gosh.
We're
Okay, so-
global,
So
babe.
bubble down is how much did that cost us? yeah.
A lot of vodka.
Okay.
So that's my bubble up is
Okay.
that we're global.
Nice.
Going global. That one
Someone
person.
else we're gonna have shaken and filtered, like spelled differently, like totally hacked.
Yeah. But also, if that one listener is still listening, will you please tell your friends?
Yeah.
My bubble down is it's getting colder. I hate when I wake up it's dark. I hate when we're like doing dinner it's dark. I
Yeah.
hate I get the sad.
You do. You get this.
I get the
seasonal
sad.
sads.
Yeah.
Mm,
I get the seasonal
interesting.
sad. So I don't like it. It makes
I
me
love it. I embrace it. It's like cozy.
sweater weather.
It's just time to curl up, be cozy, be
Oh.
toasty. It's like a state of mind. I think. Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
like it.
Okay,
Mm,
those are
I
my.
do.
Who's next?
Go ahead, Jen.
Okay. So my bubble down is from last week. So a bucket list person I wanted to see in concert was Sturgill Simpson, and which we had a funny story on that too.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay,
Say
we're
it again because.
Sturgill Simpson.
Yeah.
Because I told you this summer about Sturgill, and you thought it
Sturgis.
was Sturgis.
Sturgis, like the
in-
bike rally.
Yeah, in South Dakota.
Like you guys
That's
are going
what
to
I
that.
Yeah. So she thought this is so.
They asked us,
a
they're like-
biker rally. You want to go? And you guys were like,
No, I wanted to. I was in.
But Nate was like, what? Then we figured out that we were talking two different things. I'm like, no, we're not bikers. We're going to a concert with guys like Chris Stapleton.
Either way, it'd be so fun.
Then we let her husband think that we were going to Sturgis for life the whole summer. Yeah, let's get on leathers. We're going. We just kept feeding it.
And Nate was like, okay, you guys, it's just going to be a lot to plan, but I'll figure it out. Yeah.
So we just kept feeding it. Anyway.
Anyways, so yeah.
So went to go see him in
Lots
Red
of
Rocks
translation.
with Lucky Charms and his brother and sister-in-law. And the venue is amazing for all of you that have been to Red Rocks. It's fantastic. So for those of you that know Red Rocks, it's an amazing amphitheater in Colorado, which is all sandstone, natural kind of formation. It has this amazing natural acoustics, which most the best bands and singers in the world have said that their best shows are at Red Rocks. So it's definitely a bucket list for anyone who loves music. Anyway, so we had tickets. We went. A storm came in, and it's one of those again.
It does.
If you have been there, you know you're always unprepared. Like it's windy, it's rainy. I wasn't wearing the right clothes, so I had this trash bag like raincoat thing on. Lucky Charms thought he had a raincoat. It wasn't waterproof, whatever. Anyway, so we're sitting there and we're sitting
Raincoat
forward.
wasn't waterproof.
Yeah, I know it wasn't. It was just, anyway, details.
Yeah.
So we took this break. We're hanging out, and then this artist is amazing. Played forever. By 11:30, like we're exhausted, and we're like, ugh, when can it feel bad?
Oh,
when
I
can
need
we
to go
We're
home.
tired
Yeah.
and knowing how to get out this parking lot. It takes an hour to get out, right? Usually, like the traffic is backed up, and we're like, fuck this. So we split. We got out early, which is great. Got home, but then we like, I think we aged out of like weekday concerts.
Yes.
So Bubble Up, as I saw, like great artists I wanted to see, especially at Red Rocks. But Bubble Down was realizing that we are too old to have like weeknight concerts at night
Oh.
where we were like struck the whole week. The whole
Oh.
week we were exhausted. Okay. So we were there, like I'm driving, tired, pack up the car, leave early, head out. But the whole week we were exhausted. Couldn't
Yeah.
recoup because you start your morning early the next day and it just chases the whole week. So
It's
we're like,
awful.
we are never doing this.
We're too
felt
old for this.
We're too old for
Ah.
concerts midweek, which was a bubble down for us. And also double bubble down was that
Double bubble.
double bubble down was that Lucky Charms got COVID and he's sick in bed right now. Like sick as a
No.
dog. Like sick as a dog. Yeah.
Oh, from the
Yeah.
concert?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're still struggling. We're on the bus. Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
get
so
better,
double
Lucky
double
Charms.
bubble.
Was
Yeah.
it a good concert though?
It was good. However, the other bubble down was that I was expecting to hear like more of like his music from his albums, but
Yeah,
he was
they don't
going
do
down
that.
like rabbit holes of if you
I
guys
hate
are
when they do
if you
that.
guys are like jam bandy kind of people, like Grateful Dead, it was like
No.
the rabbit holes like like
No.
all the jamming.
I
like,
want the
shit,
hits.
which
Give
was
me the hits.
That's why
exhausting.
you're
Like
there.
it was exhausting with the riffs and stuff, and I was like, maybe he's like preserving his voice so we could play for 4 hours straight, which I so respect.
Yeah, but I
But
don't
I
want to
didn't
hear.
enjoy it. I was
No.
exhausted. I'm like, I gotta go.
No.
I'm tired.
I want your top 3 and then I'm out.
Yeah. So I was like, this isn't quite what I was hoping for, but again, check the list. Done. Yep. All right.
Alright.
Monique.
Okay, my first time participating. I'm
Bubble
doing
up,
bubble up, bubble down, bubble up.
Yeah.
Because it all relates.
Oh, I
Okay,
like
that's how the story
it.
ends.
Changing it.
So
love it.
my bubble up, I took my daughter to college. She's a freshman in college. It's out of state. No doubt she's gonna just do amazing because
'Cause
she is
she's like a
very
rock star.
She
She's
really
amazing.
Is. She is.
She's you.
Mini Monique is amazing.
Yeah.
And so the whole experience, she's a whole week in a dorm, and a week earlier than the rest of the students that show up because they're rushing. Because
Yeah.
you move into the sorority immediately if you choose a house before the rest of the student body. So she's rushing the whole week, meeting so many people, having such a great
Oh, yeah.
time.
It's so fun.
And then she goes through the whole rush process, which was not what I expected.
Oh.
Basically,
But
from
you're a sorority girl too.
I am a sorority girl, and so that's
That's
why I had my certain
awesome.
expectation. But when you're out of state and you're trying to rush and you're having these houses picky, you have to keep in mind when they're only picking like 16 people, you can't just be pretty cute and cool. Like, because everybody's
Yeah.
pretty cute.
So you have to market yourself.
You have to be something, and I did give her that element, but I think she underestimated it. You've got to be something where they're like, oh my gosh, you
Oh, wow.
vacationed, you
You
used
have
to
to be wow.
vacation in Florida. I vacationed in Florida.
Oh.
So then they've got this thing to
Like,
grasp
so a
onto.
marketing piece to find a connection on. Okay,
Connection.
so the hook. What was
The
her hook?
hook.
What was her hook?
That's the problem.
Ooh.
My girl didn't have a hook because she didn't go to school. Most of the people that go to that school are from that state, so you might be like, oh my gosh, I remember you from sophomore year in high school.
Oh, shit.
Whatever it was, she had no connection.
Mhm.
So even though she's smart, pretty cute, or like she did not have a hook.
Yeah.
And so when she got her houses back, that asked her back to
Yeah.
rush, they weren't the ones she thought they were going to be.
Oh.
Any person would like, that would be a hit to your confidence. 'Cause you're
Devastating.
like, why did you not want me?
Because it's all just judgment. It's
Judgment.
all
It's
judgment
just
based on
impression. It's
yeah.
on the first blush, and
Yeah,
But she
yeah.
knew she had great conversation and
Right.
meeting my daughter, like she knows how to talk.
Yeah.
She presents
so
real well.
Amazing.
So I'm
Yes.
like, what happened? But like I said, that's what it is. You're picking 16 people. You didn't have that connection, so they did not choose you.
And also, by the way, can I say really quick that rush is like when you go to a house and you're talking to a girl for 3 minutes.
It's
Right.
yeah.
It
it's
is
just-
a
It's speed dating.
speed dating. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not really fair.
So in the end, you reduce houses, and I also am an alum of one of the houses, so I
Which
gosh,
one?
it would be a shoe-in. I'm an Alpha Phi.
Oh, I'm high-fi.
Ooh, okay. So
Or you get scrapping.
It's different at every
I don't know,
university.
well,
yeah.
yeah,
It
totally.
doesn't apply.
So this is all Greek to me.
Yeah.
and
The dumb train.
and I was like, I didn't realize that was like a shoe-in back in the day. I think it was a shoe-in. You were an alum, you were in, but it's so competitive now. It wasn't that way. And when she got her final, you can get your final 2 houses at the very last round. She only got 1, so it was that. And when you only get 1 and you don't even get a choice, you're not happy because
Oh,
you're like, this
yeah.
is the one I'm forced on. So anyway, we go in, really happy bringing her. This is the end. And then we move her into the house. She goes from having these like own bedrooms, nice accommodations, just independence, to having to be in a sleeping with all these people.
Oh.
And then all her stuff is shared in half a closet. So it would, but again, my girl's got she's very composed and she was just
Mhm.
handling it, but I just knew she wasn't happy.
You're feeling her.
And so Bubble Down was, I then left her feeling this heaviness in
Yeah.
her heart.
Oh.
And it rocked me. I'm like,
Yeah.
when does this stop? I don't
Yeah.
know people because I don't know beyond the colleges.
Oh,
When does it
this
ever
sounds-
stop? I don't know. I just
Right.
was so heartbroken. I did say to her before I left, I said, remember when you did this solo trip in Europe this past summer? And you went to this hostel all by yourself and you met these random people. You didn't know who they were. And you had the time of your life. You loved them because there's no
Mhm.
expectation. You just
Right.
went into it just
Yeah.
as meeting
This is
friends.
what I'm
Right,
doing.
right.
Yep.
So that's what she did when I left, and I didn't know that. So then she texted me 5 days later and said, just so you know, you're right. And she loves them.
Oh, I have
And
goosebumps.
That's my
I have
I'm like,
goosebumps.
she's having a great
Amazing.
time.
Oh.
And
Things evolve. And also though, she's a person too that you have a situation that you're handed and you make the best of it and you thrive.
Yeah.
Like, Lindsay and I too worked for a company, like how we met back in the day, and we had to work with just like pieces of stuff. But actually, as I've shared, that was probably the funnest job that I've ever had.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Because
Right?
you
It was
just
so
have to make the best of it.
Right. And it's the simple things I find that you can connect on. It's
Yeah.
all the fluff and all the things that we've had at other companies which have a lot of money and big
Right.
budgets. It's the simple things you connect on. And I wonder if that might be like the same thing with your daughter, is that you connect on like a real like a fundamental level, and she's so authentic that might be like connecting her to this, right?
yeah, absolutely, that's true. And then also you have this, all of us get caught in like thinking what other people think. And when she thought she didn't necessarily get in the popular sorority because she
Right.
thought that's what she should do.
Right.
And when she removed that element,
Yeah.
and that's just like a lesson for all of us. You remove the element of the perception of outside and
Right.
just
Love
really
that.
just be in the now
Right.
and what's it make you feel
Right.
and make those connections. Then
Right.
she's
I think it
happy.
was similar for my son, although probably not to the intensity of your daughter with the frat. There was one that he'd been talking about all summer that he wanted to try to like rush for. And he met them and he was like, I didn't get a connection. he was really disappointed because they didn't give him the time of day, and he's I don't like this. I don't have a good vibe. And there's another one that he didn't know of or anything and totally clicked, and that's the one that he's looking for now. But it's an authentic connection. It's not like he's in one that he tries so hard to get into, and then it's constant work after that. He can just ease up a bit and be like relaxed and enjoy it, which
Yes.
sounds like with her too.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
That's
awesome.
the lesson.
Oh, that's
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 amazing.
double. Oh, I love that. That's just a
Double
double
level. Double level. All right, you guys. Thank you so much, Monique, for joining us. If
That's so
you
fun.
all
Thank you.
have any questions for Monique or Jen about second marriages, please reach out on all of our socials. We're going to be talking about faculty lounge confessions. We have a
Ask
special-
about the teachers.
Yeah, we have
all the things
special
you never
guests.
know or didn't want to know or should have known.
Yeah, look forward to that one. Thanks for hanging out with us today on Shaken Out Unfiltered. Don't forget to follow the podcast wherever you listen so never miss an episode. We'd love for you to like, share, and drop a comment in our socials. You can find us at Shaken Unfiltered. And if you want more fun, head over to our YouTube channel for drink demos, extended podcast content. Until next time, keep it shaken and always unfiltered.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you guys.